Hi, welcome to your Oracle card reading for the day. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. Today, I chose the Sacred Destiny Oracle to get us a message. I love this deck. It's really beautiful. So, if you're new, be sure and follow on TikTok and YouTube for me because I'm trying to grow my collective on both. I see this one all the time, but it never comes out. It's one of the ones I always turn to. I love that, though. That's so funny. I do show off the decks a little bit here and there just because I get asked about them a lot, and I know you guys like to see the different artwork and messages. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Almost the end of 2025 here. I'm so ready for this to be over. Ready for a new year, a new start. For me, it really doesn't start until like maybe March. 1st of March, mid-March, for me is really my new year. Like when spring and everything's new and, all the new growth and things coming into fruition. I feel like that's more of the new year for me. I feel like through January and February, I'm just kind of like, in hibernation mode. But, is it different for you guys? Do you guys feel the same way? Just through the winter, I kind of feel like I'm just mellow, kind of working on goals and doing things. And my, new fresh year doesn't really start until March. Let me know how you guys feel about that. It just doesn't feel like a new year in January for whatever reason. And I think it's just due to, weather or circumstances, things like that. But let me know what you guys think about that. Let's see what message we can get for you today. So we have taking risks. I love that. It's a beautiful card. What is that, a hawk there? It almost kind of looks like Arizona type area. The desert, mountains. That's really pretty. I think that is a hawk. Okay, taking risks. So these are in alphabetical order. They don't have a number. Usually I'll say the number that's on the card, and sometimes it's significant for people, but we'll do the page number. So it's number 91. So 9-1, it does combine to a 10. And those may be significant for you. Taking risks, high plateau. A high plateau is a large flat area of land that is significantly higher than the landscape around it. The sides, at least, one or two, are sheer and steep. These formations are typically caused by the upwelling of volcanic magma, tectonic movement, or even erosion. Some indigenous groups call these tablelands tepui, which means house of the gods. When you stand at the edge of one of the sheer walls, you can feel that you are on the place of the gods. When you draw this card, it is time to step beyond your normal everyday life. Take some risks, face your fears, do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. I really love that. That's a profound message. I definitely feel like, taking calculated risks is very important. I know I have done that multiple times in my life, and it has paid off. I'm no stranger to failure. I think we have all failed at something at some point or felt like a failure at some point. But if you look at things as a failure, then it's kind of a negative thought pattern. You know what I mean? Like if you look at it as a lesson and like, what did you learn from that? It may not have turned out the way you wanted it to, but you can definitely learn something from it. Turn that into a positive spin because in my eyes, it's never a failure. At least you tried and you definitely learned something from it. And if anything, you learned what you don't want or what's not going to work. You know what I mean? So always look at things from a positive perspective, but definitely take those risks because you can't be afraid of failure. Like it says that, those that have failed before ultimately come out on top. Eventually it will work out. Again, just tweak it. If you failed a couple of times, tweak it to a different way. Like look at it from a different perspective and try to come at it from a different angle. So I really love that message. Maybe that's something you needed to hear, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.